most important mission today is to take every opportunity to weave in my story. I had a line today that defined my life. It shook my whole body. You ready for it? What we're creating is the blue zone for entrepreneurship. It's been 6 years since I was on. When you go on, you literally just wait in like a waiting room. They kind of call your number. They mic you up. Lights, camera, action. Next thing you know, you're in the 5 for the first time. You do the deal, and then you walk out, and it's over. And then you follow up with the that you do a deal with after. It's very quick, and there's a lot of. So to have the opportunity to go back 6 years later and kind of come full circle and be, or have the opportunity to be, is awesome. And it's something that I've been manifesting for a mega long time. This is a Canadian dream, and yeah, I'm excited to be on the other side of the. So Charlie's got a really successful landscaping business that he started when he was 18 years old. And he actually attended one of the Founder Club retreats in Muskoka. I resonate deeply with Charlie because I understand what it's like to build a business where he has 30, 40 people working for him. He's literally 20 years old. You know, most of his friends are in college, doing God knows what, and he's building a business.
It's been a minute, eh?
What up, G?
Good to see ya.
How are you?
I'm good.
You got taller.
Maybe
What
it's
the
just
fuck? Wow.
Here.
That's cool.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that what happens? You just rip it on.
2, 1, we're live.
All right. Welcome to the Hard Lessons podcast. Today we have Aaron Spivak.
No one wants a leech. No one wants someone in the circle that's just taking and taking and taking. And people, I get this DM all the time. Oh, can I get, 5 minutes of coffee or this or that? And I got nothing to give yet, but one day I will. It's like, first of all, I was 18 too, okay? I figured out how to sneak backstage and get time with Gary Vee and stuff like that. People, you always have something to give.
Right.
You always have something to give. You just underestimate it. Or you're just not willing to do it. You gotta jump. You gotta go all in what you want, or just don't and be quiet and be a number 2 or 3. Do well, be happy, but don't try enjoying this life. Because entrepreneurship is the most difficult, the least rewarding, statistically, and the likelihood that you make $1 is virtually 0 if you round it to the nearest number. So if you're not willing to die on that battlefield, then it's probably a bad bet. And I just moved to Miami, been there for a month full time, met incredible entrepreneurs. Growing up in Canada, we're not even competing with these guys. So if you're listening to this and you're in Canada, I assume it's a Canadian podcast. And if you can't compete with the people here, you're not even in the game. I want you at the head of the table.
Nice to meet you.
I want you at the head of the table.
Am I making kiddish for everybody?
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick one. I had a line today that defined my life. You ready for it? I haven't even put it on my stories yet because it shook my whole body. Ready? What we're creating is the blue zone for entrepreneurship. And if you think about it, we say have it all. What does that mean? But like the blue zone of entrepreneurship starts in communities. So we're designed to grow and evolve a community, and then boom, question, who here is a member? The most important mission today is to take every opportunity to weave in my story, because that's what the humans on the other side of the camera, which are the Canadians watching, connect to. So I don't want to be the one asking the questions that everyone else is going to ask. Everyone's going to say, what are your sales? What's your cost to acquire a customer? What makes you different? You know, like the basic questions. They're going to waste their talking time on that. I'm not. I'm not going to answer those questions because, first of all, they're not interesting. Everybody knows them, and they're going to be said anyways. My whole job, my mindset today, just literally going to be writing down what I want to say. So when my turn does come, they know I'm ready. And it's going to be a thoughtful punching. I'm always going to weave it in. If someone comes in with a freaking invention out of their basement, I'm right away going to be like, I built my first company out of my basement with my mom 2 days after my dad had a stroke. I know what it's like. However, this is an invention, not a business. I'm out. Boom. Punchy. Right to the line. Like no beating around the bush. Story, connection, conclusion. See ya. Oh, God. That's awesome. It's 1:45. We've been here since about 8 in the morning. Just finished the morning. 3 incredible, good entrepreneurs. And I think ultimately, the one thing I'm taking away from this, so if you're listening to this and you're wondering, what's the point of you listening to this? The one takeaway is you must believe in the end of your story. We had 3 incredible, but 2 out of the 3 didn't know what they wanted at the end of this business venture. We could sell it. I want to make some money. I want to pay some debt. And as an investor, your number one thing is, how do I, A, make a return on this otherwise risky investment? So it's really important as a business owner, as someone who's going out there into the market, to understand the end of your story, because if it's not clear as an investor, it's too risky to get involved. It's an immediate turnoff for me if I tell someone, hey, great, I jump into this bed with you, we're going to build this thing. How does it end? Because ultimately, I'm an investor. I'm not a partner. I'm a partner in some way, but I'm an investor. You're a guy in the ship. You're telling us where we're going. Or we ended up in the Bahamas, or we lost at sea. And if they don't know what the end of the story looks like and feels like, you're basically jumping into a boat with a captain with a blindfold on. You might end up in the Bahamas, but you also might die at sea. And as an investor, when there's so many opportunities out there to put your money, the last place you want to put it is in a blindfolded captain. At the end of the day, if I were to rate a potential deal out of 100, 80 points out of that 100 is in the entrepreneur's hands. I'm investing in the person. 20% is the business, is the deal, is the structuring. A lot of that stuff can be fixed. But you can't fix the operator, you can't fix the soul, you can't take the entrepreneur from lukewarm to hot. They got to be hot and ready, and they have to know where they're going. Just got done a top secret mission that hopefully I'll be able to share with you guys come October of this year. And by the makeup on my face, it was definitely TV. But one thing I learned was that entrepreneurship is a long game. And I've been in it for 10 years. I'm telling you one thing, just getting started. Today, I had the opportunity to work with some incredible founders and entrepreneurs. And let me tell you, these guys in their 40s and 50s are still crushing it. And at 30 years old, we're just getting started. So no matter how old you are, if you're just looking at this, day one mentality, baby. Day one, doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or how much money you make. Entrepreneurship is a subscription to a lifelong journey. And today was an example of just that. So my ears are frozen, and I need to get the fuck out of Toronto.